Let's take you now live to Andrew Giles, the Immigration Minister, who is speaking at this very minute.
I'm pleased to be here with Kayleen Dale, the Acting Australian Border Force Commissioner. She's here to deal and assist with any matters that go to operational issues. Now, today the High Court has handed down a unanimous decision in which all members of the court have decided that a non-citizen who has no right to stay in this country and who is not cooperating with their removal can remain in immigration detention until such time as we remove them. The government welcomes this decision of the court because we have always held this view. And I want to make this very clear. If you have no right to stay in Australia, if you have committed a crime in Australia and you are not owed protection by Australia, we have the right to remove you from this country. And we will continue to work to make our migration system better, stronger and also fairer. Next week, Peter Dutton will have a choice to make. He will be able to support a bill that strengthens our ability to remove people from Australia who have no right to remain here, that gives us the tools to both strengthen our borders and our refugee protection framework. So far, though, Mr Dutton has shown that he is only interested in playing politics with this issue. He offers no alternatives and no solutions. Time and time again, he simply says no. He has nothing positive to offer this country in this area of policy or anywhere else. He has no solutions, only problems, mostly of his making. He always puts his political interests ahead of our national interests. But what he can do today is turn that around. What he can do is come out and support our bill closing a loophole in our migration system that he left open in the time that he was the Immigration Minister. Or he can stay sitting on the fence, continuing to play politics, continuing to put his political interests ahead of our national interest. I'm very happy to take your questions.
Will you put this bill in its current form to a vote, or will you look at any amendments to get Peter Dutton over the line?
Look, as the Prime Minister has made very clear, we'll be putting this bill forward. It closes a really necessary gap in our migration system. It puts in place what the High Court has really talked about today, an obligation on an individual who has no right to remain in this country to cooperate with their removal. That is a hole that Mr Dutton and his team should be working with us to close. It's a gap that has remained open for too long. It's a common sense solution to a real problem. Mr Dutton has had so many positions on this bill, I think everyone's lost count of them. It's time for him to come with the government and do the right thing to help us manage our migration system and keep the community safer.
Did this decision today save your job?
Well, I'm not focused on those questions. I welcome the decision of the court because I think it enables us to maintain a really important element of our migration system, the ability of the Australian government to enable the removal of someone who only by their action is preventing their removal. And of course, if they are maintaining that course of action, to keep them in immigration detention. It's a really important development that enables us to continue to maintain our migration system in the national interest. It also, and this goes to the previous question, puts the onus squarely on Mr Dutton to work with us to ensure that we can continue to strengthen that system.